Welcome back to Cheddar News, everyone. Seven-time Grand Slam tennis champion Venus Williams is not only serving aces on the court. As fans plan to spectate sports safely in a post-pandemic world, Williams is teaming up with several other high-profile celebrities to bring awareness to the Well Health Safety Rating for the importance of looking for the third-party verification to confirm the safety of a building. Venus Williams joins us now. Great to have you here with us today. Been looking forward to this discussion throughout the morning and the afternoon, so glad we can kick things off with this, especially what should we know about the Well Health Safety Rating and the driver of your passion for the Knowledge campaign?
Oh, hi, how are you? Thanks for having me here. I'm so excited to talk about this, and I'm so excited also to partner with Delos on the areas of clean interior air quality. And I'm very excited about that because my whole life has been about wellness and having optimal wellness so that way I could be my best on the court. And the Well Safety Seal is a commitment to the health of all. And it's been implemented to ensure the air quality of interiors, especially right now where we're trying to get back to where we were and what we were doing and getting back to the things that we love, such as concerts or just having a meal with our family indoors. And the Well Building Institute instituted the Well Health Safety Rating to lay the groundwork for these science-backed strategies. And I'm so excited that nearly 2 billion square feet are enrolled in Well offerings around the world, including some really iconic buildings such as Albert Hall in London and the Empire State Building, Yankee Stadium. We're talking about sports, so I'm very excited to partner with Delos on this.
Certainly. So some great experiences that people have become accustomed to for so many years, being able to visit. They weren't able to do that during the pandemic as we've all had to adjust. But what challenges have you faced during the pandemic, and what are you looking forward to as things start returning, hopefully, to normalcy sometime soon?
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest challenge that I faced, of course, is tournaments being canceled. The Olympics were canceled. Wimbledon didn't happen. And then once we were able to come back, the next thing is no fans. And I think everyone loves sports. Everyone relates to sports, and it just mirrors life so much. You know, we have ups and we have downs, and we have to have the courage to get through them. And that's what athletes are doing on a daily basis, and people love to be a part of that. And I love having people to be on that journey with me. So I'm really looking forward to having fans back.
Well, we've looked forward to being on that journey with you for quite some time over the course of the absence of sports over this pandemic, and continuing this journey. We're about a month out from the French Open and then Wimbledon, an event that you've won 5 singles championships at. That begins in June. How has the preparation changed during the pandemic, and what are some of the biggest challenges that you are thinking about even going into these new tournaments?
I think in the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of it was, what am I preparing for? How do I prepare? What surface will I be on? So there were some things that for the first time in my life, there was not like this kind of guiding light of this is when it will happen. So that in itself was very interesting. But I know that it's going to be just a moment of time. I'm excited to partner with Delos to ensure people that air quality will be up to standard, that they can be safe and feel safe and be able to, go outdoors, go see concerts, get back to the things that we love.
And as we make our way back to the stadiums, look, I'm sitting here in New York City where we've got one of the iconic stadiums on the circuit in Arthur Ashe Stadium. And of course, we think of all of the pioneers that have come through that US Open event. And so with all of this in mind, as the tennis players have been adjusting, as the athletes have been adjusting, what's the biggest difference in having a tournament in the middle of the pandemic where you didn't have any fans, and now where fans will be able to re-enter, where there is safe air quality, as we've been discussing, within these environments and events?
Yeah, the difference will be the quality of the event is definitely not the same without the fans, and also the confidence that people will have when they have the Well Health Safety Rating. So I just can imagine that people enter Yankee Stadium and they'll have the confidence that they'll be safe and that they'll be healthy and that they can get back to their lives.
Now, you're known for your illustrious career on the tennis courts. In recent years, you've also expanded influence in business and as an investor in EBY most recently, plus on the board of directors for NEP Group. Are there other avenues in business that you hope to explore further?
Are there other avenues in business? At this point, I feel like I'm doing everything I love. I do love design, I love art, I love wellness. I live and breathe that on a daily basis. So that's where I'm passionate about. I'm very passionate about equality. And recently we initiated the Privilege Tax Initiative at 11, my activewear company, and we were able to partner with such great partners such as, Nordstrom's or Elvest or Sutra, that also does well-being and self-care. And that was so exciting to be able to partner with them to bridge that gap between what men are earning and what women are earning, not only in the US, but around the world.
If I can pivot back to tennis for a moment and the significance of some of the figures that have come before and after right now. Althea Gibson, Arthur Ashe, Oral Washington, Zina Garrison, Venus Williams, Serena Williams, all leading figures and pioneers for Black Americans in tennis during a time where in the past simply being on the court and competing was activism in what had historically been a sport with its own issues of prejudice. But now you see this next wave of athletes that you've inspired: Sloane Stephens, Naomi Osaka, Coco Gauff, Madison Keys, Taylor Townsend, the names and the list goes on. So how tremendous has the opportunity to inspire young players and then welcome them into the ranks been for you over the years?
I love seeing young people do well, and to see their success is so exciting and so invigorating. And to see also that next generation of young people be inspired by them and see those young people say, hey, those are my favorite players. It's just really full circle. And of course, I am wishing them success and well-being and health so that way they can continue being that amazing influence for many years to come.
It's something different in this era, being an athlete that's also an activist, for this new era of activism among athletes to drive societal change. What do you see within this next wave of tennis players, and even as you conduct yourself on and around the court, that leads you to believe that this era of tennis players and athletes are up for the challenge to drive this change?
Yes, people are being affected in this world in so many ways that we could have never imagined. And we don't know what's next, but it's wonderful to see that there are people willing who can make a difference, willing to step up, speak up, and stand up for something and believe in something and help others to find hope and to find solutions. So it is comforting to know that whatever those next problems are, we have a whole host of athletes who are willing to take that on.
I've had the great privilege of covering the US Open for the past 2 years when we were able to have people there, and I hope to get back there and see you on the court. Venus Williams, tennis champion and entrepreneur, joining us here today. Thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it.